Boom, boom, this is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Alright, so we got a little bit of Bleach Immortal Souls up today. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, I had a video out yesterday about the annual celebration, which you should see right here on your screen. Now, there is actually a guaranteed character in this. As long as you complete the celebration quests, you will guarantee to get Ichigo. Ichigo's at about 180. As you can see, I've only been 2 days through the 7 days, and already well on pace to easily get this character. So you shouldn't have much trouble. I think each one of the quests is like 10. Yeah, because of 2 days of 480. Yeah, so each quest is 10. So, you know, you should be able to get this 40, 80, 120, 160, 180. You should have it by day 5. End of day 5, you should have about 180. So you should be able to get it. So that gives you a buffer of, you know, a buffer of about 8 of these quests if you don't do it. Now, some of these quests are cumulative. I noticed today that there was a perform the bounty trial 2 times. I did the bounty trials yesterday, so I already had one. So when I did them today, I was able to claim it. So these are cumulative. So make sure that you're doing your dailies, all of your dailies each day, so that, you know, if you get stuck up here, you know, you might not be able to complete, like if they give you a perform bounty trial 5 times on day 6. You can only perform the bounty trials once a day. There's no way you're going to be able to complete that simply because if you didn't do it on the days before. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So make sure that you do everything every day, at least for the duration of this event, just to make sure that you have enough to get the 180 to get Ichigo. Okay, he's an excellent character. We're going to go over his skill set again here. Definitely a character that you want to use, even though you're only going to get him at 2 stars with 30. Is going to be an excellent Guardian stance character, and I'll explain why here shortly. So yeah, but you've got a buffer of a couple days. You got like 8 quests that you don't need to complete, and you'll still be able to get 180. So it's not super critical, but just for the next 6 or 7 days, please do all your dailies so that you're guaranteed to get the character. And he's an excellent character. All right. The mystery box, I pulled on this a bunch of times, you know, and yeah, I've actually got some pretty good luck. Yesterday I got a candy apple, and I also managed to get some shards. I've got 7 of these shards, so I'll be able to take Ichigo or Aizen, whichever one I choose, which I'm going to choose Ichigo, up to 37, so I'll get 7 extra shards. But yeah, candy, the store is not going to be something that you're going to be able to get 45 from a non-purchasable format. Like I say, 2 days into the event, and I've only got 1 candy apple. They're at a 10% drop rate, so don't expect to get a lot of them. You should be able to probably get, you know, maybe 10 to 12 might be a feasibility, and that'll enable you to get some shards for Orihime or Rukia, these are the Christmas characters. I do have Orihime, but I don't see getting any of this. I don't see getting the 40 and the 45s needed without purchasing. Okay, so if you really want Ichigo's umbrella or Aizen's fan, or if you really want this, I really do want this, but yeah, I just don't think it's going to be something feasible to get 45 in the space of the event that's going to be occurring. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. 10% drop rate. You're just not going to have enough pools. You know, I don't know which way the event is geared, but they're giving you a free character just by simply doing some of your dailies. So I'm not going to berate them at all if the drop rate on candy apples is not high as I would like it to be. So, but yeah, so good job by the devs. I like this event. So yeah, now let me tell you why this is an excellent character to get. He's a support character. He's actually a bird, which is unusual. You would not think of Ichigo to be a Vermilion bird, but he is a bird. So if you're looking for a Soul Hall team, he might be considered. But let me tell you what. So you're going to get him at 30 shard. Anytime you have a 30 shard character, it's a 2-star character. So that's what we're going to get. But that's all you need. It's 2 stars. Rage is activated on 2 stars. Okay. So if you go look at another character that you have, okay, and look at their skills. Okay, the rage skill comes active at 2 stars. Okay, so you don't need to worry about, you know, getting 4 stars at this point in time. So you're going to get him at 2 stars. As you can see right here, 2 stars. but the rage is going to be active. He would make an excellent guardian stance character because this rage, if you get this rage, so he first of all, you always want a rage that deals damage to all enemies if possible. That's because all enemies hits everybody. It generally means it's not going to be as powerful as a skill that hits a column or row, but it's still nice to hit all enemies. So he deals damage to all enemies. Okay, that's nice. But then here's the key: increases the damage rate of the ally back row. So he's dealing damage to all the enemies. Then he's giving your back row a 12% damage rate increase for 2 rounds. Okay, your back row is your damage dealer. So he's giving your damage dealers an increase in their damage rate by 12%. And it's not for 1 round, it's for 2 rounds. But here's another key. And it causes the ally back row to recover 120 rage after the rage attack has concluded. So if you put him at the guardian slot on the first slot, he's going to go before everybody else goes. So he's going to wham out his rage, okay, dealing damage to everybody. Then he's going to, for the next 2 rounds, your back row is going to get a 12% damage rate increase. And they're also going to get a hunk of rage so that they'll be able to enter their rage much quicker. So this is going to allow you to maximize that damage rate increase. By giving you some rage, they're going to allow you, because you do your most damage on your rage skill, of course. That's just what it is. So allowing you to get rage, and it's for 2 rounds. So even if you don't use that rage immediately, you'll be able to use it on the 2nd round because of the hunk of rage he's going to give you. So putting him in the first guardian stance would be a very, very wise choice. And that's probably what I'm going to end up doing just because of that buff. And then I'll stick my healer in the second slot, which would be Unohana. So that's the way I'm looking at it. I think it'll be a wise choice, but yeah, so definitely want to get it. And you get this character as long as you can complete most of the celebration quests. Okay, now the second thing that we wanted to talk about is we finally got the portrait up, so it looks like we're going to be having Mugetsu Ichigo here within the next few days. We're going to have the limited time summon for him. So you want to try to have about 10,000 Soul Jade on hand for this. You normally need to do 5 or 6 pulls to get the 30 shards. You'll need to get him at 2-star. He's got a really good set, and they didn't overpower him, thankfully. So let's take a look at what we got. We got deals damage to a single enemy, and he recovers 300 rage and gains 25% increased crit chance. He's a crit beast. So I would advise you to put a War Soul crit on him, and that's going to increase his crit to an amazing amount of critting. Okay, and this is the rage. Now, he deals damage to an enemy column. Okay, so column, he's only going to hit 2, just like Kenpachi. Kenpachi hits a column. Okay, so you've got all damage. You've got column, which is 2, and then you've got row, which is 3. So he's going to hit a column, so he's going to hit 2, just like Kenpachi does. He hits 2. Now, plus he deals an additional 25% damage to those targets if their hit points is above 50%. Okay, so if you're going to utilize him in a guard stance, you could probably get away with sticking him in the 2nd slot, because you definitely want to put your UR Ichigo that we support in the 1st slot because of all the support that he gives your back row, and with the rage, rage he gives. But usually, if you're in a fight where you've got all the enemies below 50% after the 1st round, you don't need to worry about. You're not going to lose the fight. But if you're going up against a tough team, they can very well be in the 2nd round. They can very well still be above 50% hit points, and then you're going to get that additional 25% damage. So I think you can really get away with sticking him in the 2nd slot. I would not put him in the 1st slot simply because the UR Ichigo that you're giving you in this event is just amazing with the support that he's got. So I would definitely utilize him. So yeah, but you might be able to get by with sticking him in the 2nd slot. Okay, I'm going to use my 2nd slot for healing. Okay, so I'm not going to have the ability to stick him in at 2-star. I might give it a try and see on some fights where really, healing, I might be able to just do damage faster. So we'll have to see. I'll try alternating him and Unohana to see which one gives me the best results in some of the stages. But yeah, but he's definitely a good character if you're, especially if you're newer to the game and stuff. He might be a character to go for. He is a tiger, Okay, and he does have an excellent talent. You need 3 stars to get the talent active, so it might behoove if you're going to utilize him, want to utilize him in your team, to go ahead and throw the Omnia Shards at him and get that talent up to 3, because that increases the rate skill damage of all your characters by 3%. So it's a nice little min-max option there if you want to utilize it. So he's a really good character, really good skill set, not overpowered in any way, shape, or form. So let's go ahead and take a look at expression. Ichigo has an increased damage rate. Okay, at the beginning of the ally round, if enemies are afflicted with a debuff, Ichigo gains 10% increased crit chance until the end of the round. So this is why I'm saying he's going to be doing an awesome amount of crits. Giving him a War Soul of crits that's going to actually make even more crits. It's just going to make him do a ton of damage. So yeah, War Soul of crit might be a pretty good option for him. But as you can see, 2 good characters, 2 Ichigo characters, are online to be obtained by everyone. So you're going to get the one from the celebration. So again, focus on these celebration quests, not only to get the bulls, but because you get him at 180. Mystery box, yeah, haven't seen much out of that. Not getting too many of these. Don't see much coming out of the store. 10% drop rate's just not enough, and you're not going to get enough pulls easily and quickly enough to actually obtain enough of the candy apples to get to 45. But if they might increase the drop rate here later on in the event, we'll have to see. But for right now, that's it. So yeah, 2 good characters. So definitely focus on those celebration quests and try to get roughly about 10,000 Soul Jade. You're going to need to do 5 or 6 pulls to get the Ichigo, Mugetsu Ichigo character at the for 30 shards at 2 spools. I think you can do 5 pulls, and then there's usually a Soul Jade rebate. Where you can usually get some more Soul Jade to extend your pools, and there's also the reward chests that you get during the event. You remember, like when you have, this is the event tab, there's always going to be a reward chest down here that you can use to get more shards. So you should be able to get him, as long as you have about 10,000, you should be okay. Okay, and you'll be able to get him. You'll just barely be able to get him, but at this point, that's all you really want to do, unless you've been saving up like, 30, 40, 50,000 Soul Jade specifically for this Mugetsu Ichigo. And then, of course, you can pull to your heart's content and get as many shards as you can. But for me, I'm just going to focus on getting the 2. It's so soon after the Soul Box event that they had, so didn't have a chance to build back up a large cache. I really wasn't planning on doing a large cache pool for him. I was really just going to do the base pool. The skill set that they were showing, this pretty much matches what they leaked. So I knew he was going to be a strong character, but it really wasn't going to fit into my team. My team is pretty much set, and it's still set. So there's really nothing I need to, focus on outside of my team, except for some cursory things for Nortoya. And I might throw a little bit into the UR Ichigo there, just to get him up to where I'm comfortable to stick him in the Guardian slot. So yeah, but that's a really good character. I'm glad they chose. I'm glad they chose him to be the character that they're going to let us get for fairly easy. But yeah, do your dailies. Do them daily. Don't lag, just in case they throw some, ones back here and the things that would have required you to complete. For instance, bounties you can only do once a day. So if they throw a bounty trial, complete 5 times back here. If you didn't do it previously, you won't have enough times to complete that quest before the event ends. So you do have a buffer, as I said, but you don't want to, just make sure that you can get it as quick as possible. So log on every day, do your dailies. And you should be on pace to get the character here. I think we're supposed to be about day 5. If you complete every quest up to about day 5 or day 6, you should be able to get him. Okay? So yeah, that's a good event. Like it. Very happy with it. All right? So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Once you've subscribed, you'll see a bell. If you click on the bell, you get notified each time I do drop a video. And of course, remember to like and share the video, as that does help the channel immensely. All right? So thanks a lot for watching. And this is Ken Rear coming at you from the corner, signing out.